game press conference congratulations to the FEU National Sport meeting, the DLSU Green Archers 84-83. The Amaros are now at 5-7. We have Coach Janrey Pasaol, Janrey Pasaol, and Kirby Momoka. Coach, congratulations for this victory. This is such a huge boost for your final work. Vince, so what can you say about your team handling stuff until the very end?
I first want to say that we are super grateful to just be in this stage and be able to be in this place. So we're really grateful and thankful for God for putting us in this situation. But we also want to say, we know LaSalle's a championship team, and for us, as I left the house today, I kept saying to myself, we have to be one of the big teams in this tournament in order for us to finally arrive. With a sophomore, and a freshman, we have to eventually have a level of maturity level where we can win one of these games when it's close. And if we can, we feel like the sky's the limit for this team. And so I'm so happy with these guys because we knew they were going to make a run in the second half. We knew they were going to come out a little more aggressive. But we practiced really hard on Friday. Maybe those are our fans. I'm not sure who's yelling. But I don't know. I'm almost at a loss for words, which is unheard of. But I will say this: my cousin back at home, Anthony Fullerton, told me today. He was like, I was like, about the game coming up and how intense the game is. He goes, well, who else is on that stage? So being on that stage already, you already won. Now just go get the results. So I'm grateful for my cousin for giving those words of wisdom the other day, this morning. And then Kirby, my God, incredible. Janrey, incredible. Jedrick was 100% the first half. I'm not sure what he finished with, but the future of FEU is right here, and the sky's the limit for them. We continue to work hard.
Thank you to Jedrick. They have 10.6 rebounds, 1 assist. So, alam mo, sa amin, napakalaking panalo yung team nga. Napakabata ng team na ito. So, ano man sabi mo na tinalo yung isa sa mga title contenders ng season?
We're talking about now, not next year, though. We're talking about this year.
I know. Pakiulit nga po. Ano man sabi mo na yung isa sa mga title contenders dito? Yung LaSalle.
Para sa akin lang, tsaka para sa aming team, talagang nag-focus lang kami nung these past days kasi naramdaman namin yung magiging hard negotiation sa amin nun sa pagkatalo namin sa inyo. But at the end of the day, nag-respond lang kami ng tama. Tsaka itong panalo na ito, malaking kumpiyansa na magpapaboost sa amin para sa next games, para makamit namin yung pinapangarap namin Final Four spot. So yun, tatrabahuin pa namin hanggang sa mga kaya namin.
Thank you to Kirby at 10 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 and 1 block. Another place all around the scoring. So, ano man sabi mo na yun na? Nanalo na rin kayo sa Lomakas after 2 years against LaSalle. Being isang rookie, ano man sabi mo na ito, kumapit kayo hanggang sa dulo?
Sa wakas. May Jenny. Yun nga, sa wakas, ano kami. Ano lang, grabe din yung preparan namin sa practice na nasikot siya, nakita namin din sa practice na sobrang parang ano na siya, sobrang focus niya, galit, parang galit siya sa amin na parang pinapakita niya namin na kaya namin. And yun nga, binigay lang namin yung best namin. Kailangan na mag-respeto sa halapan.
Finally to Janrey, 17.7 assists, 1 rebound. So ano na sabi mo na yun na? Ang tagal niya hindi nanalo sa LaSalle. At syempre, isa sa mga title contenders this season at most important thing, nasa Final Four race pa kayo.
First of all, yun na kasi kaya kong hindi, bago kasi yung LaSalle game, sobrang na-frustrate si Coach Yan sa akin. Parang yung past games namin against NU, kinausap niya ulit ako na kailangan natin mag-usap ulit. Kailangan ko mag-reset sa mindset ko pagdating sa game na to na kailangan ko talagang dumipensa. Ayun, nadala ko naman ngayong game na to. Nag-respond naman ako sa ginawa ni Coach Chan sa akin. Lagi namang ganyan si Coach Chan sa akin. Pag bad game ako, lagi niya akong ginagabayan lagi na kailangan natin ganito, kailangan mo pa mag-improve ng ganito. So, ngayong game, sobrang pasalamat namin kay God talaga kasi kung di kami ginabayan ni God nung first ngayong game na to, siguro wala na kami sa contender sa Final Four. So, yun. Sobrang saya kasi ilang years kaming dinanalo sa Lasal, di ba? Siguro mga 3 years, no? 3 years. So, sobrang laking boost sa confidence namin to pagdating sa last 2 games namin. So,
Thank you, Mike. First, welcome for question.
Coach,
sorry. Isa lang
Coach, you talked about maturity for your team. Again, this is still a relatively young team. But at least at this stage, being at this point in this competitive tournament that we're having, can you say that the development, the growth of the team is on track to what you view them?
Yes, sorry, Sir Mark. So I'm just gonna say, like, you guys have been here. You saw our first game, our second game, and you see how our growth has been every game. Unfortunately, there should be one other guy here with us that's not here anymore. But these guys have grown as a unit together since they've been in high school, right? So, so to see their growth as a unit and see how they're growing as with the rest of the guys, it's amazing because our first game against Antonio, we had a chance to win it, but we weren't playing at this level. And then I think since the last Adamson game or UE game, I think we're something like 4-6 or something like that right now, if I'm not mistaken. So we continue to get better and better. I felt like NU, I think, is the best team in the league, but I felt like there was an opportunity for us to get through that game and we kind of let it go. So I came into practice on Friday, and they'll tell you we didn't touch a basketball for the first maybe 20 minutes. We kind of did a couple of running because I'm like, we got to go right through this. And they did it, and we practiced it right after that, and they got after it. And so that's how you grow. And I told them that after practice, like, I'm going to be tough on you, but I'm going to love on you afterwards. So I'm going to love you and show you that this is why we do it. And I told them as well, if I'm soft coaching, I'm creating excuses. And what I love about these guys is that they could have went into practice like, oh, this coach is mean, I don't know, they could have been upset, but they took it, they owned it, and this is the result of it because we really practiced hard on Friday and had a really good showing execution on Saturday. And the first half, we were playing as good as I've seen us play. We were clicking on all cylinders. It was zone, man, offense, everything was hitting on all cylinders.
Coach, can you talk about the second quarter? It was like a perfect mix of offense and defense. You scored 30 and then Kirby handled out a lot of assists.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I said. The second quarter, we played as good as I've seen us play, and we were hitting on all cylinders, and that's a result of how we were practicing the last few times. And I'll no excuses, but I kind of felt like, well, I won't talk about that. But I just felt like we were hitting all cylinders, and it's all just coming together. And again, the fact that they have grown together for so long at FEU, that they have a feeling and they know where each other are, and they know each other's strength. Jed, that pass that Kirby threw to Jed was the same, and Jed finished with the end one. So, and then what I also love more about is that shooting the three ball. And I'm going to continue to encourage them to be able to shoot the three balls so their game is not handicapped. And they both hit some big threes today. I don't know about you, Kirby. He'll be shooting tomorrow by himself.
Coach, next game, before you make is UE still without a win this season. So, what can you say about it's going to be the hard part of playing against a team not to lose?
So first and foremost, I've been doing this a long time, and I've been doing this a long time in the Philippines. Like, you respect your opponent, you respect who's in front of you, and we know UE is going to be playing desperate, and they're going to be playing as hard as they can because they want to finish with the win for sure. Our heart goes out to those guys, but we also have a job we have to take care of as well. So we will give them all the respect for that game, and we're going to come out 110% for that game.
Congratulations, Coach John.